Good morning, Huns. Happy vlog day. Friday for you, Wednesday for me. I was gonna record on yesterday, my usual day, Tuesday, or Monday. Monday was an actual Monday. Like I was running around doing a whole bunch of stuff. And then yesterday, baby, another overshare, but we family here. Yesterday my cycle started. And as I have mentioned multiple times during this vlog, baby, my period in my 30s is crazy. Yesterday, I just kept crying. I tried to record the video. And it's like, it's something about as a woman, it's something about your cycle that brings up every fucking emotion that you have. And that shit is exhausting, okay? Yesterday, I was just hurt. I was just crying. And the things that I was crying about were very valid, but I didn't need to like express them on camera and cry. So I took a beat away from the camera and crocheting yesterday. Like I just let my energy sit with itself. I talked to myself and helped myself through it. I say that because I know a lot of other women watch my vlog that are in my age group, and I know that you guys are probably going through what I'm going through, because every woman that I talk to that's my age, they let me know that their cycle is insane in their 30s. So ride it out. We gonna make it. I think it's because, perimenopause and menopause are right up the street in the next 20 years. And my body is just like, what the fuck is going on? But a little commotion for the nails. A little commotion for the nails. Y'all, it's been so long since I got my nails done. And it's just because I've been handling my business. I've been being responsible. But things are going great. Things are actually really improving. I think I told you guys that he started a new job. And the new job works well. What I did say last week that is actually not true is his new job is not 3 to 11, and so his new job is first shift, which is great. That is in alignment, god damn it, with both boys being here for school. My only issue with that is because his new job is first shift, he gonna be out of here before it's time for people to go to school, which means that I'm low-key stuck getting to middle school and ready for school. But it ain't gonna kill me. It's not gonna make me upset. He'll be able to come home and catch him after school, and he gonna have to do after school. So I'm gonna tell him, if I'm doing breakfast in the morning and getting folks out the door, you gotta do dinner in the evening, and greeting folks at the end of the day. And I feel like that's an even trade-off, because by the end of the day, I'm gonna be on the back doing my live, and I'm gonna be crocheting, and I'll be focused on my business. The biggest update around the house is just, honestly, things are going great. That's why I was grateful that last week I shifted my mood and shifted the energy and was just like, let's say positive things. Let's feel positive things. That has really helped. I'll be honest, yesterday a lot of my frustrations were things that I felt about him. But I told myself yesterday what I told myself last week on camera. Let him deal with the grievances you've already put back up. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of the things that you're thinking about, very valid. Journal about them. Talk to your therapist about them. Add them to the list of things to talk about later on. That's one of the things that is really helping me in my relationship. If I got 5 grievances, I need to let you chew on 2 of them before I give you 2 more and then give you that last one. Like, ladies, let's stop giving our partners every grievance that we have, because I don't think that's fair. And I won't just say ladies, because men do it too. Like, if you are in a relationship and you have issues with your partner, spoon feed them grievances. Like, if 2 of them are intertwined, give them 2 and let them sit with that, and then, you know what I mean, like, move it around. But nothing crazy is going on around the house. Just honestly, just head down, preparing for the next chapter. Gonna get our own car, because I don't know if I told you guys, but we technically use one of his brother's cars. So we're gonna get our own car so we can just have something that's reliable. I would feel, and I honestly realize, like, I don't go anywhere because I feel like the car that we use is not ours. And so we are actually probably going to go start looking at cars this weekend, and hopefully we find something that we like. And then if we find something that we like, something that's in my name, that's in my insurance, I'm going to always be going in that motherfucker. I drop him off wherever he going. He going to be the one who's going to be trying to find the car, because I'm going to be gone. But anyways, that's not what we came here to talk about. I just wanted to give a quick update and in alignment with the commitment to say positive things about my partner that I made last week. I want to say that I appreciate his confidence in himself because I love confident people. I realize that sometimes I get annoyed with his confidence, and I have to remind myself, like, girl, you have literally stopped talking to people because they wasn't confident in themselves. You will not get into this relationship and be like, oh my God, he's cocky, shut up. That's what you asked for. Accept it. Like it. And so I had to remind myself that it is what I asked for, and it is something that I like. And I appreciate that about him. I also appreciate the fact that he is a communicator. Even when I might not want to hear what the hell he got to say, he gonna say it. And that has helped me a lot because I have a hard time communicating things that are hard to hear. And so to be with someone who has no problem telling you something that might hurt your feelings, it helps you realize that, like, it's not malicious intent. It's just, if you need to hear it, you need to hear it type shit. And so I'm grateful for that. But we ain't here to talk about him. But I'm grateful that I can say positive things about him right now. Do y'all hear? I think I'm getting sick. I hope not. But anyways, this week I wanted to talk about Valentine's Day, obviously, because my nails are Valentine's themed, and Valentine's Day is this weekend. But I'm not gonna talk about Valentine's Day for that long because I really don't care much for holidays. I need to know what time it is. My bad, y'all. I don't care much about holidays. But when I thought about Valentine's Day, I thought about my family and how loving my mother is and all the beautiful things that she did for us growing up for Valentine's Day. And I realized this week I want to just like love on my family. So I feel like even like the title of this week's vlog is going to be just like how much I love my family. The family that I came from is one of the most considerate, loving group of people that I have ever met in my life. And I am so grateful to be from that family. My mother is one of the most kindest people that I have ever met in my life. Now, sometimes she is kind to a fault. And it's funny because I'm too kind for a lot of the people who I'm around, like my partner, his family. But even my mom is too kind for me. So I know that they would chew her up and spit her out. Not in a bad way. And I honestly ain't gonna lie to y'all. I realized that I've been dating him for 7 years and I don't bring my family around his family. And it's not a bad thing. It's not a negative thing. I don't do it because I have such a sensitive family. I have like my family, we love each other all day. I love you. I think about you. I'm so happy for you. I'm proud of you. If any of us post anything on the internet, somebody bring it right to our group chat. Oh, so and so is doing this with their life. Y'all, let's go support it. Like, we are a little hub of love. And it's not that my partner's family is not a hub of love because they love the fuck out of each other. Their love just looks different. They fight each other. They cuss each other out. They call each other all types of names. But it's not a negative thing. They don't have any malicious intent when they do it. But my family, we don't fuck with that. Like, it took me a long time in this relationship to, like, not be offended when I go to family events with his family. And I was just like, I don't know. Like, I bring my sister Shay around for sure because she's a little bit more social, so she knows a little bit more. But my mom is just super sensitive, and she's my baby. I gatekeep her. Like, I don't play around with my mama. I think his mama probably seen my mama in person like twice in these last 7 years. Like, I don't play around with my mama because my mother is such a sweet person. Like, her literal nickname is Sweet. You know what I mean? But my family, I love my family, and I think I know I have to stop assuming that my family wouldn't want to be around my partner's family. I've been in this man's life for almost 10 years, and I go to one of their events, I go to my family events. I never really, mixed the two. So I told myself that I want to start doing better at mixing the two. Because if one day we do decide that we want to have a wedding, I don't want all of these people to be just meeting each other. You know what I mean? And I say if one day we want to decide to have a wedding because I ain't really a big wedding person, just like I'm not a big holidays person, right? So let's talk about Valentine's Day. I don't care for any type of holiday because I feel like if a calendar needs to tell you to love me, consider me, be there for me, buy me a gift, I don't want it. buy me candy because it's Tuesday and you was in the store and you know that I like those types of Reese's. You know what I mean? Buy me a teddy bear because I'm having a hard day. You know what I mean? Excuse me. Not because somebody else told you to. If I could have a grievance, even though I don't need to have a grievance in my relationship, but if I could have a grievance in my relationship, that would be it. Like, I feel like I told my partner that I don't like holidays, so we don't really do a whole lot of exchanging on holidays, even though he still buys me stuff because he knows I come from a family where they're gonna buy me something, so he buys it as well. But I realized that, like, if he's not really focused on our relationship, like, if I, like, for instance, the last year or so, he's really been just focused on his kids and figuring out what's going on with his kids. Because I don't really care a lot about holidays, we're not exchanging like that for holidays. And because he's not really focused on a relationship, he's not really romancing me. So I had to realize, like, as a woman, even though I truly don't care about holidays, I got to start getting more excited about holidays so I can get some type of romance. Because I didn't anticipate it, because I thought, okay, somebody was always going to be able to be there and romance me and be present with me. And that would have been my reality had I probably dated a man who also didn't have children. But I'm dating somebody who not only has children, but they are not my children. So that means that he has a co-parenting situation. And in this situation, it's very dynamic because he has a co-parenting situation. He's a full-time dad, plus my relationship. So he's maintaining so many different relationships and so many different places where he wears different hats, that I'm realizing that I have to start putting more stock in holidays so there can be things that are just set aside for me. Like, I didn't think that I needed to set things aside for myself, because I honestly envision myself being in a relationship with a man who also didn't have children, and that just wasn't how life worked. And so I'm not going to sit around and complain about that, because I love him, I love the kids. But now that I understand that I have to start, like, making holidays a big deal. I even recognized yesterday that, and I'm grateful that he don't allow me to just kind of like push myself to the side. Yesterday he was asking me about this weekend. And I guess, he gonna take the youngest to get his hair done. And I think I was on my period, so of course I was just frustrated. And he was just like, what day we going out? Is it Friday or Saturday? Because he needs to get his hair done this weekend. And I was like, whatever day she available. If it's Friday, then we just won't go out. And he like, babe, don't do that. It's okay. Like, we will go out. And I realized that, like, that's a trauma response. Like, I am so used to just being like, fuck it, just put them first. That, again, I'm not doing what I said I was going to do, which is taking up space. Like, no, I bought a ticket for us to go to an event on Friday. If the little boy needs his hair done, he gonna get it done on Saturday. And if it can't get done on Saturday, which Saturday is the actual fucking holiday, so that annoys me a little bit, but I digress. If he can't get it done Saturday, then we are gonna have to reschedule. This is my time. I literally don't get time any other time. Even when he's with me, I don't get time. Like, I think that a lot of people think that, like, oh, he spends a lot of time with you. I don't get that time. You know what I mean? And this is not out of alignment with me saying positive things. It's just reminding myself that because I am the person here that doesn't have children, and he is the person here who does, and we're trying to make a relationship happen, I got to take up as much space as the kids. Like, the kids call him, like, I need you to do such and such. A baby mama gonna call and say, I need you to do such and such. His mama gonna call and say, I need you to do such and such. I have to start saying, we about to do such and such. Because if not, I'm gonna look up and feel like I'm just a co-worker here. Like, or a roommate, you know what I mean? A roommate who is just around. Like, I want to feel like someone's woman. And sometimes I don't, because I just be like, fuck it, just handle what you need to handle for them. And I gotta stop doing it. And I think that I do that because of what I'm talking about this week. My family, we are such a today for you, tomorrow for me type of group of people. Like, we are going to, let people get, my mom and I, if we in a line and we got a bunch of stuff and somebody in front of us only got 3 things, we very much get in front of us in line type of person. When I'm driving, I'm not in a rush. I let people go in and cut me off. Now, I'm not just going to stand there for 12 cars. I'll let a few people cut me off, and then I'll get in there because I'm still from Chicago. But I'm just not aggressive. I'm not, and I am learning to be a little bit more, but I'm also reminding myself that, like, the reason that I'm talking this week about my family is because I realize that I've been doing way too much in this home, trying to have a tough skin or trying to be hard because of who I date. And that means that he don't have to do a lot of adjusting. Like, he could just be his same self, and now I gotta be who he want me to be. And I don't subscribe to that. I don't care who it is, not just him, nobody. Like, I'm not hard. I'm not gonna yell and scream and cuss at you all day. Now, some days I say fuck all day long because I like to cuss. But I'm not going to do things that are outside of my character just because they're inside of your character. My family didn't raise me to do that. If my mom was yelling, she was yelling because one of us just couldn't hear her in the house. Like, my family, we don't do that. Like, I'm not that kind of person, and I'm not gonna wake up and try to be that kind of person. I think for a while I was trying to be like, if he want me to be tough, then I'm gonna be tough. No, I'm not gonna be a replica of his fucking mom. No. No. I'm not gonna yell at you. I'm not gonna scream at you. I'm not gonna cuss you out. And if me not doing those three things makes you continue to be lazy and not do what you're supposed to do in this house, you're gonna look up and you're gonna be lazy by yourself. I'm not gonna keep taking care of a motherfucker that's not taking care of me. And that was what I realized was happening. Like, I was watching my old vlogs and I'm just like, you trying to make it okay that you are literally changing everything about yourself. And it's not. And that's why this week I really want to just love on my family. Like, my mother raised 6 kids on her own, and she's been an entrepreneur my whole life. We've never wanted for anything. I realize, like, even though I laugh and I complain about it, I'm like, my mom is such a pack rat, da 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 da. Like, but realistically, like, this woman who did it on her own, so many women make excuses. So many women, it's women out here, shit, this boy baby mama out here trying to just raise 2 kids, and she cussing this fucking kid out, acting a fool, just because she trying to raise 2 kids on her own. My mother raised 6 of them hoes. 6 of them while being bipolar. And when I tell you she did a fucking great job, my brother is a pastor. My sister is a regional manager for Jewel. My other sister is a licensed caretaker. Before my sister passed, she was a licensed bartender. My brother, Jesse, we gonna pray on him, but he is one of the best cooks in the world. I am a fucking superstar. All 6 of my mama kids are the shit. We are fucking amazing. We are considerate people. We love on people. We give a fuck about people. Every time we're in public, anytime we're anywhere. Shit, my niece, the legacy, the people that came behind it. My niece is in the National Guard. My nephew is a state police is a police officer with the State Department. I got lawyers in my family, doctors in my family. Like, my family is so jam-packed with Black excellence, and it all comes from my mother as the matriarch, and I'm so grateful to be her daughter. Shout out to Mama Rose. I'm so grateful to be my mother's daughter. My mother is one of the strongest people in the world. Her resiliency, her ability to just bounce back from things is also one of the biggest blessings and curses I feel I have in my life. Because the reason that I have held on to a lot of friendships and relationships that sometimes I feel that I could have let go a lot sooner is because I have this mindset that comes from my mother that's like, I can figure anything out. I can make anything work for me. And I get that from her. And I'm so grateful to her for that. Like, as kids, my mom used to get us a gift for every holiday. On Valentine's Day, we would get these big old baskets full of, like, our favorite candy, whatever teddy bear we wanted. She would do, like, beautiful Valentine's Day dinners, like candlelight dinners. My mother, and I didn't realize what she was doing as a kid, but now as an adult, I look back on it, I'm getting emotional because I'm on my period. I'm probably going to cry. My mother was giving us a foundation of romance that makes it hard for a man to play with me. Like, even though I don't like holidays, what I say at the beginning of this vlog, my man go buy me a gift because he know that my big sister or my mother or both of them are going to buy me a gift. Like, I've experienced miscarriages, so that makes me a mother figure and a mother of sorts. Every year for Mother's Day, my mother and my sister buy me something. And so that sets the precedence for men to know, like, I gotta at least come doing what her family doing, or she ain't finna be paying attention to me. She ain't finna be in my face if her family doing XYZ for her. And, I can't even do that. When the people that you love set a bar for the people that gotta come in your life and love you, your life is so much different. I think about some people that I've met in my life that have had not so good relationships with their mother. They accept certain things from lovers that I always wonder, like, why the fuck would you accept that? But then I think about it. In my head, as soon as I hear that, the first thing that come out of my mind is, you ain't gonna treat me like that. I go back to my mama's house. I've said that plenty of times on this vlog. Like, as much as I don't want to go back home, I will go back to my mother's house. And the only reason why I don't want to go back home is just because there's a lot of fucking people there. And there's a lot of people there because my mother's home feels like home. You don't want to leave. If I didn't live with a man and needed to have my own space, I would still be in my mother's basement, in my room, because we have a beautiful home. She sets really good energy into it. Now, I ain't gonna lie, she crazy, okay? You know, no offense, because she has been diagnosed with bipolar, but that ain't the only reason why my baby crazy. My mama, I love my mama, but she got her moments, just like any woman does, right? And so some days it's the yelling, it's the screaming. She always have a ton of fucking dogs. So those are the things that kind of keep me wanting my own space. Plus, I smoke weed, and I don't be wanting to have weed smell all through my mama's house, because she don't smoke weed. So I live in my own space because I like to do what I do without nobody putting their eyes on it. But I come from such a loving home. I come from such a loving home that I can't do anything but love on people. And I think I had started to get to a place in my life where I was just like, I'm going to hurt other people, because going out into this world, not even going out into this world, getting into a relationship, hurt me. Like, at the end of the day, and again, not negative relationship talk, but just real ass talk from me to you. Like, this man hurt me, both intentionally and unintentionally, in this relationship. And I was just like, this wouldn't have happened if I had to stay single and just relied on the love from my family. But that's so unsustainable. You know what I mean? And I had to tell myself, there's nothing wrong with what happened to you. However, you don't need to change yourself because of what happened to you. What happened to you is proof that the love that you give is necessary. Now, take some boundaries with you, even in this relationship. Like, I go out of my way to let him know all the time, you will never hurt me the way you did at the beginning of this relationship ever fucking again. And I ain't gonna lie to y'all. It take a lot of energy in me not to be my daddy daughter and try to hurt him back. But I don't want that, because an eye for an eye and we all go blind. Now, the intentional hurt that he did cause, the like weird ass frustration, I'm gonna get him back for that. I just don't know how. I don't know how. I'm gonna inconvenience the fuck out of him in some way. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, because I don't play around with that. Because although I do stand by the concept, an eye for an eye and we all go blind, so don't be out here trying to vibrate low, I also believe if I'm missing an eye hole, you should at least be impaired a little bit. And so after experiencing the hurt that I've experienced, oh yeah, like, you're not just gonna have your way on me. And I hope you watch my vlogs, Bookie, because I love you, but you're gonna get a little something back. Because as much as I am like my family, I'm also like my father. And my father was one of the most selfish men that I've ever met in my life. Which is crazy, because I'm my father's middle child, and apparently he was in the lives of the children before me and the lives of the children after, the child after me, my little brother. And so all of my siblings have a whole different experience of this man than I do. But fuck dude. But it's cool. You know, I ain't got no problems with my daddy. Fuck dude it's literally just how I feel. Like, it's not a bad thing. It's kind of, you know how you get to a realization where you realize, like, okay, you just ain't shit. I came to that realization when I was like 9. And then my dad died at 14. And it was just like, okay, I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this. You know what I mean? But I also understand that as much as my mother that lives inside of me, his energy lives inside of me too. You know what I mean? That cutthroat ass, I'm not finna play with you, I'm gonna get you before you get me type energy. And I ain't gonna lie to you, I tap into that a little bit. And I think this week was me reminding myself that I could be my mom while also letting some of my dad come in here. Because, again, I was hurt intentionally and unintentionally. Now, the unintentional, I forgave you. We gonna move forward for. But I ain't gonna never forget the fact that that man looked me in my face and said, "Oh, my bad, babe. I was just doing that to see how you was gonna react to it. And I just wanted to see how far you was gonna take it. I was just bored." First of all, what the fuck you bored with? We got 2 kids and we ain't never had 2 fucking full cars. And we ain't never had a house that is all our own. What the fuck is you bored of? Shut your dumb ass up and get out here and start working so we can actually live a life that we are proud of. So these kids don't sit around here and always talking about, I want something, but I don't know if I can ask my dad for it because he ain't never got it. So people can stop looking around at us and wondering how we got a 2-parent household and we still broke. Quit fucking playing with me, bro. What the fuck was you bored of? Because I'm out here working 3, 4, 5 jobs so we can fucking get our shit together. You need to pick up another job if you that fucking bored. But yeah, I'll never forget that he said that to me. And I'll never forget the way I felt in that week when I was vlogging y'all and I was just like, he disturbs my nervous system. Like even this past weekend when we were watching the Super Bowl and my mother-in-law came here, they aggravated each other because she had him at a young age. So they friends more than they are mother and son. They was aggravating each other this weekend. And I was like, y'all stop that. That aggravating shit is y'all been shocking my goddamn nervous system. I'm tired. I don't got it today. Don't do it today. And they stopped. And I was so fucking happy. Again, like I said at the beginning of this vlog, I am taking up space around this bitch. Like, and it is nothing bad. Like I'm not like, nah, look at that. It really is like, I could have been doing this. I could have been speaking up. I could have been saying, not today, y'all. That shit annoying. I could say that. I pay bills here. Motherfuckers can't do what they want to do in the space that I pay bills at. And even when he started to help me with the bills, it's still my home. You can't do anything you want to do in my home. And I'm learning that from such a healthy place as an adult. And then teaching that to those who come behind me, my nieces, my nephews, my stepsons when I can. And so I'm grateful for that. If I could be grateful for anything as we wrap up this week, if I could be grateful for anything this week, for sure, I am grateful for the ways that I have grown in duality. I think a lot of times when I'm trying to grow, I either want to be so much like my mother that I get walked over, or I want to be so much like my father that I start being evil, which really hurts my feelings because I don't like being evil. I'm learning to get in the middle. Because, you know what I mean? Do no harm, but take no shit. That is my balance. That is my life of balance. And I think that is how I want to wrap us up this week is there is nothing wrong with having a big heart. Don't do no harm, but don't take no shit. I'm not going to take no more shit because I've taken some shit from some people. I took some shit from him. And I think it make me, like I'm a Leo. It's hitting my pride. You know what I mean? So it's like, I know that now. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to do no harm to nobody that ain't never done no harm to me. But I'm done taking shit off of people who think they can do harm to me because I don't do no harm. And you should be done taking shit off people who do harm to you because they think that you're weak because you do no harm. Actually, honey, I don't go out of my way to do harm, which means that I'm storing up energy for me to do harm to a motherfucker who did harm to me. And, you know, I feel like that's valid. That's valid. If you do something to me, I deserve to do something to you. I don't care who you is, because why you bothering me? And I know I don't bother nobody. Especially in this situation, I ain't did shit but love you. You got bored and decided that you wanted to play around with my feelings? Oh, okay. I'm finna get bored too. And not in a negative way. Like I said, it could be something as simple as I'm going to stop cleaning up the thing that you want me to clean up for the week. I'm going to inconvenience you, though. Because ain't nobody going to keep on playing around with me. I come from a beautiful and amazing family. But it is my declaration to do no harm and take no shit moving forward. I love y'all. And I hope you have a great week and a great weekend. I'm going to get up and go to work because for the first time in a long time, I got my vlog done before I even had to clock in to work. So shout out to me.